Life growing up in Newark, I mean, at my early years, it was a little difficult because it was a single parent home and I had my two sisters. So my mother was at work and you can't really raise, me knowing now, females can't raise a young male, you know what I mean? So it was a little difficult, but I got over the hurdles. And basketball, it helped me out tremendously. It got me to school for free. It shaped me into the person I am today, and I'm thankful for that. I realized I was special on the court when I started playing against adults at like 6th, 7th grade. I would go to the gym, the local gym. We had after school programs, and at first we wasn't allowed to get on the court with the adults, and then eventually, as time progressed, I got taller, and just playing with my peers and not being able to play with the adults, it molded me. It got me ready for the older experienced guys. And then when I was able to get on the court with them guys, it was curtains from there. Being the next one out of Newark, it felt real good because, you know, we have history of players that came from the city. I went to Newark East Side, which is located in the Ironbound section, and we had Randy Foye. He's the class of 02. He went to Villanova. Then he was a lottery pick in the NBA draft. So by me going to East Side, I wouldn't say promised, but I was given the opportunity to showcase my talent. And then I had coaches keep me in the gym and making sure that I was on the right track. So, and then once I became the #1 prospect from my class out of the city of Newark, I took it with a grain of salt and I continue to get better. And that's what it all is all about. Just, so you make your impact when you're a freshman. Then your sophomore year, it wasn't really how I planned it because I broke my wrist. But then I went to an All-American camp going into my junior year. So once I became a face at the All-American camp, the ABCD camp for the state of New Jersey, then I was like, okay, this is what you have to do and this is how it goes. So my last 2 years were way different than my first 2 years, you know, and that's how a lot of kids start to look up to me. I didn't know how to feel because kids, when they look up to you, they still want to try you too. You know what I mean? It's competitive. It's a competitive sport and it's competitive nature, especially as a man. With this game, this I knew that my dreams wasn't fulfilling out to what I wanted them to be, because this game is, you gotta have both feet in. You can't have 1 foot out and 1 foot in. It's someone that's doing the same thing as you, that's putting the sweat and pain in, and they don't have a social life. They sacrificing right now. So my attitude, my behavior, and not being disciplined, eventually I knew that I'm falling out of love with this sport. Like, you know what I mean? It took a long time for me to get that confidence back. And my dream was gone once I got my confidence back. It was over because you have a window. And I try to explain this to all the kids. You have a window. And just because you're not playing doesn't mean it's not closing. You know what I mean? Even if you're doing good or doing bad, it don't matter. It's closing. You know what I mean? So we all heard of Father Time. You get older, it's other people that was young that's getting older and they moving you out that slot. So it was very hard for me to understand, like, man, it's not going how you planned it, because my disciplinary, just not being disciplined and not following perfect rules and just, I mean, that's why I give back. You know what I mean? That might be my calling. I lost a close friend, and it really set me back, like, because that's when my troubles start happening, and I didn't even realize it, but that's when my troubles start happening. She was a female too, And she was amongst 3 other females who was unalive at the time. It hurted me very bad, and I started doing things that I normally wouldn't do. You know what I mean? Such as indulging in smoking, and I was in college. I was playing ball in the Big East, and this is things I was doing, and that's what wrote my ticket to get up out of there. And that right there, like, I can remember it so vividly because it was very dark for me. You know what I mean? Like, a girl that I know since high school was unalive by someone, and I was like talking to the girl, you know what I mean? That week, she called me the night before it happened, but I never picked up. I'm like, man, she's good. You know what I mean? I ain't thinking, but she was, had I heard her, like, maybe I could have did something, maybe I could have. I was in school, she was in Irvington, but who knows? I never picked up the phone, so something probably could have happened that, you know what I mean, that could have been avoided her from, she would have probably still been here. But yeah, I think about that all the time. I think about her all the time. It was my dreams to make it to the NBA and to be a pro. But my decisions didn't show you that I wanted to be a pro. It showed you that I wanted to be a person with attention on him. And how you got it is by playing this sport. But once I got the fame, no money, but once I got the fame and people knowing it, I felt like, oh yeah, I'm doing good. And that's not even the beginning of the book. That's like, you know how when you open a book, it tells you about the chapters and all that. It's right there. So I didn't even get a chance to touch the surface. When I watch my peers, that some of the kids that go pro, like Kelvin, Isaiah Williams, Kenneth Ortiz, and et cetera, more other people, it hurts me to the core. But then I have to remember, like, we made it out. You know what I mean? Not saying we all as one, but the person that you knew or known, they made it out. They helping, they family, they doing what they gotta do. And you don't wanna be that guy to be the hater. You know what I mean? Like, you don't wanna be that guy to, like, oh yeah, man, I'm better than him. I was better than him. I'm good. It's not about being better than this one. It's about him following the blueprint. And I didn't follow the blueprint. So when I see my other peers, or my little brothers, whatever they wanna call me, when I see them, like Isaiah, he's a prime example. You know what I mean? When I see him, he followed the blueprint. He's very disciplined. He knows. When I see him, it just excites me. That's why I always tell him that every chance I get. Yo, man, I'm proud of you. Because I am. Like, you know what I mean? Generally, I'm just very proud of him. And that's how I feel about that question, man. What helped me start healing from the disappointments was the truth. The truth was, you have to be a better person, better man, in order for things to fall in your hand. You know what I mean? I know I'm religious. I'm a Muslim, so I just know when you offer salat and you speak to Allah. Many people probably go by different names, but He definitely answers you. You know what I mean? And when you're in your prostration, He definitely answers you when you're talking. So I had to believe in myself that it's not the end. You know what I mean? It's more to life than just basketball. What drives for me, mentoring, training, and I do a little bit of everything. I ref, I coach. The drive for me is just, I'm around the ball. I can do it. As long as I'm around the sport, I can do it. So, and like I said, I'm giving back. And I'm giving my little gems too. If I'm reffing, I'm giving gems to the kids. You know what I mean? When I'm coaching, I'm telling them, we have to be here every day. It's not just a one-day workout. You gotta work out every day. Even without me, you have to work out. So I believe that's very important to make sure that You telling them what to do, and you showing them. But what I want people to remember me for in North is not only just basketball, but a good player, a good man, a great man, hell of a father, someone that'll give his shirt, sneakers, off his back, off his feet to someone that need it. And it's more to it. It's more, but I can't. I feel like just being a great person to my community is what I want people to remember me for.